Never would have guessed that.
Never would have guessed it myself. Hi, guys. It's the Lake to Lake Girls. And it is Tuesday, June 4th.
Nice.
June 4th.
I'm
I
excited.
cannot believe this right now.
Summer is almost here.
Almost here. What is it? Do math. You got this, Tiff.
Like
16,
18?
17, 18 days.
Yeah, 18 days away.
We are your hosts, of course, Amanda and Tiffany. And we did have a guest scheduled for today, but unfortunately he was unable to make it, so we'll hopefully get him in a later show, and we can talk to him and figure everything out.
You guys get to hang out with us tonight. Is my mic on?
It's so totally
nice.
That's what I wanted to check, because Jim likes to change everything around on us, and I get so confused, and I was like, no, I did it right. How did I do it wrong? And he goes, nope, yeah, you did it wrong. I was like, no, I did it. I know. And then I listened, and I was like, yeah,
it's
right,
wrong.
I did it wrong.
All right,
but
so
we are all solid right now.
We're all good today.
We are all good.
Awesome.
But yes, it is June 4th, and summer has. I can't say spring is sprung. Summer is.
Pretty much here.
Made its way. Except weird weather with cold at night. Well, it was gorgeous for me. I was loving
last
my life.
weekend it was hot and humid.
Agreed.
And now I think it's like perfect right now. This to me, it's like sunny, not a cloud in the sky, 70 out, gorgeous. I love it. This is like the perfect springtime because I like it when it's warm, but I have to dip my toes in the water, so to speak. I don't like it when it's 50 and then 2 days later
90 degrees.
90 and super humid. I can't handle it.
A temperature.
Exactly.
That's all I got to say. Pick a temperature.
It's
but
upstate New York.
I do enjoy the nights when it like I just leave my window open, cover up in a blanket. Oh, it's so comfortable. My cheeks wake up. I wake up and my cheeks are nice and tingly cold. It's great.
I kind of do the same thing. I have an air conditioner unit in my bedroom, and I like crank it up all the way,
and then
I like snuggle up in my blankets. I love it.
My parents used to get so freaking mad at me.
It's the best feeling.
And my mom, Melody, would come into my room in the middle of the night because my fan was on, but I'd be blanketed like crazy.
Yeah.
She'd turn off. You don't need that thing.
Yeah, like, what are you wasting electricity? You got friends at GE? Like,
exactly.
What's going on here?
I used to get so mad. And I would, as soon as she left, of course, I would turn it right back on.
Yeah.
But I was like, I like to be covered up. It's just like a comfort thing. It's like a security blanket.
I'm sure some of our listeners,
viewers, whatever you may be.
Our audience, I'm sure there's other people out there like that. I think you sleep better, too, when it's cooler in the room.
Yep.
If it's hot,
uncomfortable. I hate being sweaty
I hate that.
And sticky and gross.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I hate waking up like sweaty. That's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Agreed. And that's what my least favorite part about the summer is the temperatures. But fall is my favorite, and it's so close.
I know. Fall. I think we talked about this before. I love fall because it's sort of like, you're done with those super hot, super humid days, and it's crisp, and you get to wear like fun fall clothes, and the colors and everything. But it's so short.
It is.
That's the thing. Short. It's so fleeting. But anyways, we digress.
Yes, we digress. Well, coming up on today's show, we have a new legislation released by Governor Andrew Cuomo, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. We don't want to get too political with it. We just want to talk about he's actually going to be in Seneca Falls tomorrow. Oh,
he is? I didn't know that.
It is in the conference today. He talked about being in Seneca Falls, which happens to be the birthplace of women's rights with Elizabeth Cady Stanton.
I wonder which PR person thought of that one.
I don't know. That's a good idea, though.
That is a good idea.
And I like that he's coming to this area.
Yeah. And I love being friends with you because I'll admit, I don't always keep up with, like, local current events as much as I should. And they'll be like, this and this happened. I'm like, I had no idea. Thank you for informing me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm informative.
But...
and actually, that happens a lot. Have you noticed that recently? In quite a few of Obama's speeches, he's been mentioning the Finger Lakes area. On Memorial Day, he mentioned Auburn, specifically a Marine that passed away there. Well, not passed away there, but passed away in Afghanistan, but was from Auburn. He mentioned that in his speeches. They had the inaugural wine from the Finger Lakes region. Cuomo talks about this area a bunch as well. Upstate New York is a huge
getting
topic.
A lot of attention in the political sphere.
Yes, it is.
Looks like.
And I don't know if it's because I'm centralized to it, like I'm looking for it, or if it's like this trend that's coming up in
maybe a little bit of both.
Politics. Yeah, it might be a little bit of both.
So I think that goes to show Finger Lakes or upstate New York in general is sort of making a name for itself.
It is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we can segue into this. We can start with our fitness minute.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Well, we would have talked about it last week, but we had a guest, which was a lot of fun. So you guys should check out that episode.
Yes, thank you, Melissa, for coming in again.
But we finished that finally, thank God. I mean, it was great, but that last month was hard. Those last 3 weeks, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I didn't meet my goal. Neither of us did. Neither of us really won.
So does that mean you buy your own?
Yeah. To update everyone, we had this challenge where my boyfriend and I, we wanted to go skydiving, and it's pretty expensive.
It is intense.
It's like $250 per person.
Dang.
Yeah. It costs a lot of money to jump out of an airplane to your possible death.
You just might die, so we want to take every last penny you have.
Exactly. It's a good way to look at it. And we're like, so I needed a kickstart, into a healthy lifestyle. And so, because I kept trying to do it, I'm like, I don't have any motivation. So anyways, we came up with this 12-week challenge, and we finished on Sunday, May 26th. I lost, what was a total of 9 pounds, because I went up a pound from the week before. And then, but what I was really excited about is I lost 9 inches overall.
Honestly,
so
yeah. I think losing the inches, to me, is more important than losing,
motivating. It was and I almost wish we had taken measurement, because we did it at the beginning and then at the very end, and I kind of wish we had done it more often.
Because it might have pushed you more?
Exactly, because I was like, oh my God, that's so awesome.
Nothing has been a bigger motivation for me than noticing that my pants are too big.
Yes.
And bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Only sad part is I'm not buying pants until I'm done.
Yeah.
And they're bigger and bigger, and I look like a hoodlum.
Every time I'd go down a notch on a belt, I'm like, ah! I'd text and be like,
I hate belts, and I have to wear one now.
Yeah. Really? You hate? I love belts. I love belts.
I feel like they cut off circulation. I feel
really?
Yeah. Oh, they're so uncomfortable to me. But actually, since I've lost as much as I have, it's not as bad.
It's so funny. I'm the opposite. I feel I have to wear a belt.
Really?
I feel strange wearing pants
without one.
Yeah. I don't know why. That's funny.
Complete opposites. I love it.
Yeah. So we're done. That's really good. But we are gearing up.
Lake to Lake Girl Challenge.
Yeah.
And we got to hammer down the specifics.
I know.
But we know that it's until Labor Day. You want to pick out your favorite piece of clothing that you don't fit into anymore, that
your goal
you're just
piece,
dying to get into, the goal piece. And we're keeping track of our progress on our Facebook page. If you want to go to Lake Girls on Facebook, or you can also follow me on Twitter, TiffCollins8. And
I think I'll do it on my blog too. So
do it on your blog. Okay, yeah. Mandy-eats.com.
Yeah.
And we want to keep track of our progress as well as your progress, and we can inspire each other, help each other, answer questions if you're at a plateau and you don't know what to do to surpass it, or if you just are losing that motivation like you did.
I definitely got
extra spunk.
At a plateau. The last 3 weeks, I was the same to the ounce. I was the same exact weight.
You talked about that, and that's
so frustrating.
So frustrating. But that's why I don't weigh myself.
Yeah.
Bad news bears.
Yeah.
Because I can see a physical difference, but I don't... I know there's not a... I have hiccups. I know that there's not a weight difference. I know it. In fact, I'm probably heavier.
From all the muscle? Yeah.
And I get... I've got a big compliment from Ryan Wickens.
Ryan? Yeah, I remember him.
And
we used to play four-town soccer together back in the day. Random, but yeah.
That was 20 years ago. How sick is that?
Maybe not quite 20, more like...
15?
15, yeah.
How sick is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, anyways.
But he noticed, and he poked my stomach. And he was... I saw how they looked and how diesel they looked or something.
That's a really nice compliment.
And he goes, I had to test their resiliency or something like that. And I was like,
It's so-
oh, they're pretty resilient.
That's kind of weird, but that's a really nice compliment.
It's Ryan, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like a complete stranger.
But it made me laugh.
Yeah.
It made me feel really good.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they're pretty resilient.
Nice.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But and then I don't know. I'm struggling this week, and this is what I want. This is my struggle for this week.
Mm-hmm.
One of our news guys is sick.
Mm-hmm.
My boss is sick,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually found out I'm going to have to be doing the hours that I'm doing for 2 more months.
Wow. Yeah.
But besides that, I am supposed to this week, and well, a little bit of last week. Friday I went to the gym. Saturday I didn't because I had to work in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I had a barbecue pretty much all day, and then I went out with friends, and like the barbecue turned into night, and
Mm-hmm.
then Sunday was there, and I went and I played basketball for a couple hours, so it wasn't a lot of exercise. But then that was it. I went and hung out with my friend and played trivia. By the way, you got to try trivia; it's really fun. Over at Dewey's and their wings. So good.
Yeah.
It's so. You and Jared should come and join us on Sunday at 7:30.
That would be fun.
That's like an hour,
Yeah.
and you get wings, and you play a free game of trivia. You could win like. You can win prizes, money towards your bill.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I used
which
to,
is really fun.
I used to play pub trivia in college. I am actually very good at trivia. I
We
love
could use
watching,
your help because we suck at trivia.
Really, I love watching Jeopardy.
Oh.
It's like kind of on my bucket list to go on Jeopardy one day.
You are recruited.
So
You're recruited.
all right, and we'll be done in time for Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Which
you're obsessed with. I saw your post.
Oh my
by
god.
The way. But then this, and we can get back to that in a second.
Yeah.
Because I saw your post and I want to talk about that. And then this week I have to do straight like 5 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Today my boss.
Those are 12-hour days. Oh, better you than me.
My boss like is a godsend, and he let me go to the gym for a little bit just today. I didn't go yesterday because I worked 5 to 5 straight through. Then I had a sports banquet I had to announce, and then by the time that was done, it was dark and the gym was closed.
Yeah.
And I felt just, like, bleh.
You do when you're working so much. I remember that when I was in grad school, I worked full time, so I would work a full day. Then I would literally hop in my car, get my computer, and go to class. And I went to RIT. Go Tigers, yay! My classes were 4 hours long because I did night classes once a week per class, and then you drove home, for an hour,
And you're burnt.
and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And you're like, I sat all day. Like, I can totally relate. It takes
hard.
a lot. It takes a lot out of you.
And I don't want to give up on going, but I also don't want to make the gym my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I tried to go on my lunch break, but now with this other guy on vacation, he took vacation when we're shorthanded.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm like,
I know, because then I can relate to that too.
But I want to get to the gym and I want to make sure I get my workout, but I don't want it to encompass my entire life. And then after 5 o'clock, I have so many things. Like today, that's why I'm so glad I got there today. Like he let my boss, oh my God, love you. By the way, it's my 3-year anniversary.
I saw that. Congratulations. Yeah.
I'm going all over the place. Fantastic. But like Monday I had the banquet. Today I have this and interlately, and then luckily I'm playing basketball later, so I can get a little more extra workout in. Tomorrow I have work 5 to 5. I don't get a break, and then I have a business meeting afterwards. And then Thursday, work. I have a business meeting at lunch, and then I have Finger Lakes Young Professional Softball, which you should come watch us play because we have a lot of fun.
Yeah. In a couple of weeks, I'll be
okay.
able to.
But I mean, there's just
oh wait, when
schedules
is
are
it?
insane.
Thursdays?
Thursdays, either 5:45 or 6:45.
Okay.
Yeah,
I do yoga. I can work it in.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there's people that have never played before that are, and we're like a big fun group. It's fun to play. Finger Lakes Young Professionals is actually their first. Over at the Three Brothers. Is it Three Brothers?
Yeah, I think it's the Three Brothers. Yep.
Tomorrow at 5.
Thursday.
Thursday, not tomorrow. I'm so sorry. Today's Wednesday. See what I mean?
Right?
It's messing with my brain. Oh, Finger Lakes Young Professionals meeting at Three Brothers Winery at 5:30.
Yep.
We're actually all going to go in our
Networking.
Finger Lakes Young
Nice.
Professional softball shirts.
Nice, representing.
Yeah. Represent. Everybody else is going to be informal or not formal, but business
Casual, business casual
attire. But you guys, everyone is welcome. They love, it's a networking and social.
Open to everyone.
Open to everyone.
The entire community.
It's a great event.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun to meet new people, especially in this area if you're not getting out anywhere. It's a great way to mingle and meet new people, make connections. You never know when they're going to come in handy. Like Melissa.
Exactly, yeah.
Incredible guest for us last week. And we really appreciate her coming in for the Arbonne company. And, but yeah, now my spiel is done. Okay. But yes, it's very difficult with the schedules. You don't want to make the gym your life, but you know you need to go. Yeah. And especially, I feel gross when I don't go.
You do. You feel like, ugh. It's the best way to put
exactly.
it. Blech.
But, okay, so, Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I've heard a lot about this. What is, I have not seen it. I don't have time.
Oh, my God.
What is the thrill with this?
All right, how do I sum it up? Its awesomeness in a nutshell.
It's awesomeness in a nutshell.
It's on HBO on Sunday nights. Next week is the season finale for season 3. It is. I'm gonna I don't know how to describe it in the way that some people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're not describing it well enough." Anyways,
you could do better.
It's sort of like medieval. Okay, think about. It's a fantasy genre. It's based on a book series. I don't want to compare it to Lord of the Rings because it's so different. Yeah. But it's sort of along that medieval, parallel universe, parallel world, medieval times. Basically,
I love the shows that go back.
Yeah, basically, I mean, you can't pinpoint it to sometime in our own history. It's like I said, a completely different time and place. Yeah. But it is about these these lands and all these different
fantasy lands,
kind of these different kingdoms are fighting for for power. Basically, it's a huge giant power struggle, but it is so well written and so well done that you just get engrossed in it. Even if you're not a huge fantasy, person, you're I didn't like Lord of the Rings. This is very different. It's a lot edgier. It's really and there's where
I love Lord
of the Rings. I did too. Lord of the Rings is very black and white when it comes to the good guys and the bad guys.
Yep.
There's very little in between. Game of Thrones is completely different, where it's all gray. Not everyone is completely good, and not everyone is completely bad. It's that
actually kind
degrees.
Of reminds me of every person in the entire world.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit more relatable in that way. I don't even know. It's so good. But anyways, if you guys saw the Sunday's episode, craziness happens. I can't even I don't want to say anything if people haven't seen it yet. But the one thing with this series, if you start to watch it, don't become too attached to certain characters, because this series kills main characters off like I've seen none other, but it's really good because it makes the storyline
better.
It speeds it up. It makes things happen. I don't know.
So the turnaround is pretty quick on it then.
Kind of, yes and no. I don't know. Like I said, it's so hard to describe without actually watching it.
Yeah.
But if you guys have been on the fence about watching it, I highly recommend it. It's really good.
I would love to watch it. Just let's find the time to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it is hard to. Because my coworkers are you gotta start watching Homeland. I'm there's only
so much time in a day.
I don't have so much time to watch all these shows. So maybe on vacation, we'll see.
Okay. So we have picked a pretty fun topic to discuss for the show. And I think it can be relatable to men and women alike. Mm-hmm. So our male viewers won't be bored out of their skulls.
Yeah.
But we're going to go back to the dating thing. Mm-hmm. Because it's so fresh on...
Well, it's springtime. People...
spring and summer.
Spring
Love
and summer,
blossoms.
people start to hook up in spring and summer. You know what I mean? They're shaking off.
I love how she doesn't say relationships. No, hook up.
It could be either or. People, you know. Anyways, it's all semantics.
Okay, go on.
You know, you start getting a little friskier, and I don't mean that in like a gross way.
Dirty.
Yeah, I don't mean that in a gross way during the springtime, but people, you know, start looking. I don't know. I feel like love just happens a little easier in the spring and summertime.
Wintertime is just so.
There's a lot going on. I mean, it's cold and like you don't want to go out that much, and you have a lot of family stuff going on too with the holidays. You know,
and it makes it difficult to start a new relationship. It really does.
It does.
It monopolizes a lot of your time, and then I mean, I guess it would be a really great challenge to. It would be really good to challenge a relationship like that. See how you handle it in terms of splitting up family time and how it goes. But
I'm thinking back right
it's
now.
a little too early on.
All my past relationships, I think, have started in the winter months. Or not the winter, warmer months.
All of them?
I'm pretty sure all of them. Yeah. Yeah, it's either been spring or summertime. That's I never thought of that before. That's interesting.
Let me think of mine. Okay. Nope. One started in the. I have had 2 long-term relationships. One started in the winter. One started in the spring.
I think the exception to maybe that rule is people starting college, because you're meeting a lot of new people in the fall and stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's when a lot of new relationships might start then. But love is in the air.
Yeah. You find it in the most unpredictable places.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We wanted to talk about...
Yes.
Maybe, do you have a type? Hey, let me start it this way. Do you have a type that you like to date? Or that you're attracted to?
Yes.
Okay. Well, everyone does. I have one too.
But I'm going to go against it.
Okay.
Usually tall, dark hair, dark eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go against it.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Still debatable, but I'm going to go against it, I think.
Yeah. But what about, like, personality traits?
Oh, I put a video up on my wall that I saw, that I shared, that just depicted my future husband.
Okay, I don't think I've seen this.
It's of a wedding video, and the husband and all the groomsmen are they're at the reception, and they do a dance to Baby, Baby, Baby with, what's his nuts? Usher's little...
Oh, Justin Bieber. The Biebs.
Oh, the Biebs.
The Biebs.
The Bieber song.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I love that
And
song.
they were they literally did the whole dancing.
Yeah.
They were just
that's so
absolute
cute.
goofballs. And I want someone who is, you know me, I'm goofy. Mm-hmm. I want someone just as goofy as me.
You can be silly with.
Just can be silly and have fun with. And just laughs at me. Not like at me, but with me. And can appreciate the small moments. Mm-hmm. Right now I'm not really looking for a relationship. I want to enjoy my singleness. But
you're single and, ready to mingle.
If something happens, it happens. I like that. We've talked about this before. It's organic. If it's organic, then it's great. Nothing on Facebook or on any kind of social media. FYI.
Yeah. Personal,
dating
personal oh my God. Personal interaction is better.
Yes.
You know what's kind of funny though? Is Jared contacted me on Facebook.
Did he? Yeah, but I also remember you also started another relationship in high school on the internet as well. Yeah. So maybe that's something that is...
It's not something I tell people that often, but it's fine.
Oh, I didn't go into detail?
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. He was actually a really sweet guy.
He was. I remember meeting him.
He was really nice.
He was your date to what dance?
To prom. Kind of. Kind of. It's so funny. I went with our friend Danielle from high school, her cousin, but he had a girlfriend at the time. But he went with, it was kind of weird.
And I loved your red dress. Your red dress was so pretty.
Oh, I did like that too. He was a really nice guy, but I was starting to see this other guy, but I had already committed
And
to
said
like
yes.
yeah
and,
to like my friend, you know.
Oh, love triangles.
Yeah. So anyways, he ended up coming. We only dated for like 3 months.
But still,
2 or 3
in high school. That's pretty good.
Yeah, because I was going to college, and I was like, "Well, see ya."
I had some fun.
I was seriously like, you're a really nice guy. It's been good, but
later,
have fun. I don't want to stay with you. Yeah. But anyways, but I would not recommend that though.
No,
What I wouldn't.
And I think that's something that's been lost with social media is the personal touch of relationships and beginning that way, meeting somebody when you're out for drinks with friends or when you're going to the gym or you're just a supermarket, anywhere, just like out and about, and that moment happens like where you connect with somebody. You know what I mean?
But so you never know when it's going to happen. But what I was saying with my current boyfriend is that we did know each other though. We went to high school with each other.
You were familiar with each other, so it doesn't count.
Exactly. The way we reconnected, he just got out of the military and he was home. And he's like, "Hey, let's hang out." So that's kind of like how that happened. But on the flip side, for some people who work all the time
and no way to meet
they
anybody,
want to do online dating, which I think could work really well in a big city.
Yes.
I almost kind of feel like where we live, it's not
ideal.
It's not ideal.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of going to meet some weird people.
But then,
but
like, I don't not condone online relationships. My uncle just got married to his wife, and they met on a dating site.
A lot of people meet online, and they have very successful relationships.
And they got married. They have, they're very happy, and but it's not for me.
Yeah.
I know that
At this point in your life, it's not for you.
Oh, it's certainly for me.
Yeah, you want to meet someone like you said, organically.
Yes.
And
I want that spark. I want to feel that spark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. But, where were we going with this? Oh, your type.
Yes, my type.
Have you found yourself sort of dating
the same
sort of person over and over?
And is it okay to do that? Like,
it depends on
the definition
type.
of an insanity is
doing the same thing over and over again
and expecting different results.
So, and you know what? This might be a little hard for some ladies out there to hear. If you are stuck in relationships or like meeting guys that just
aren't,
you think, oh, they just want one thing from me, like they just want to hook up, like they don't want to get to know me, or I keep dating these guys and they're just jerks, like they don't respect me. Take a step back.
Evaluate.
What is the one common denominator in this scenario? It's you. And I don't mean to say like you're a bad person. You're probably an amazing person.
You're just going for the wrong.
But you are the person who you're making the same choices over and over again. And I certainly fell into that category. I dated some real a-holes. I'm not even going to show, there have been guys, like, my family was like, you need to stop dating him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when your family is like, it's bad news.
Time to go.
When people that surround you, that really care about you, and they're like, this guy's a jerk, like, for,
it's time to
for
let
this,
him go.
this, and this, you need to listen to them. Because they are seeing something.
They're unbiased.
Yeah, exactly. They are seeing something that you are in denial about, or you're just like too close to the situation, or like there's like hormones going on. Just listen to them. But anyways.
So for me, I think it's a sense of humor. That's one of the big things that is important to me, just to be goofy. What's your big bam? What's your big bam?
My big, what makes, no, I know what you mean.
Oh, that's the name of our show. What's your big bam?
What's your big, oh, I like that. I'll have to remember that so we don't forget it at the end.
We have 30 minutes to remember.
All right, we're good. I am really, I think someone I can totally be myself with. Like someone who, because I've been in relationships before where I held back. Like, whether it was like my silliness or like my beliefs or, whatever it was. Yeah, someone I feel totally comfortable with. Someone you can be silly with is so big
I'm
big.
telling you.
Like, it's such a big part of it. I sometimes have a very crude sense of humor.
So do I.
And, you know...
I'm quite perverted, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we both can be. And, like, I sometimes joke that I'm, like, a 15-year-old boy inside a 25-year-old, like, woman's body. Not that I'm, like... Or that might sound kind of weird. I'm not having, like, gender identity issues.
I got you.
But you know what I mean? Like, my sense of humor
We have the
sometimes.
same sense of humor.
Yeah.
I got you.
Is that of a 15-year-old boy's. But anyways. Like, looks-wise, I've always really gone for, like, tall, like, light-haired guys.
Blue eyes?
Blue eyes.
Huh.
I know. Sounds like should, like, hold up a picture of, like, yeah, what my boyfriend looks like. But, that's always, like, the kind of type I've gone for.
But it seems to be working out for you. I think you're maybe the exception to the rule here.
Well, you know what? I went, my last relationship ended horribly. We dated on and off for almost 3 years, and to make a long story short, he cheated on me. I did get over the initial, like, hurt of it, where, like, how could you do that to me? Like, I put so much into this relationship, and you basically, like, threw me aside.
Is your name Tiffany Collinsworth?
Yeah.
Because
I feel this is very relatable. There's a lot of men and women who I'm sure
have gone through the same situation.
Can relate to this. And I got to the point, but then I was so angry with myself because
to let it happen?
Yes, because I was the person who gave them not the second chance, like the 50th chance. I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir right now. But, like, and I was and that is honestly what took me a really long time to get over, was anger at myself. And I was sad. I was really sad. And I think what helped is I just let myself. I took a good. How long was I single for?
You said a year, right?
A year. Almost, it was more than a year, though. It was like a year and a half. It wasn't quite 2 years. It was a year and a half, I think. Maybe like a year and 3/4. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do me. I'm going to have fun. And for a long time, for a good year, I didn't want a relationship with anyone. I was
That's
like,
where I'm
you
at
know
right
what?
now.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to have fun and, like, just be young and single. But I really made a promise to myself where I would rather be alone and be happy for 10, 15, 20 years than be
in a relationship
than be with someone who didn't make me happy. And that was a really hard lesson to learn. It really was. And I think I was like, you know, I'm going to wait for a good one. I really am. And then a year and 3/4 later, a really good one did come along.
Yes.
And, like, some of my friends are like, you know, they'll be having, like, guy troubles and, like, oh, well, you don't have to deal with this. And I'm like, you're right, because I chose to date a mature guy. I decided to date a man. I do not date boys.
That's a huge
and there's
factor.
A huge difference. I mean, there's nothing wrong with dating boys. It just depends on what you want personally.
For yourself.
Yeah,
at that time.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're like, I just want to have fun, you know, this guy is spontaneous, you know, he can pack his life up in a duffel bag and we can go anywhere at a moment's notice. If that's what you want right then, that's awesome.
Power to you.
But, you know, if you want someone to, like, be more serious with, that might not be quite
the same guy,
the person you want to be with. So I think a lot of ladies our age, maybe younger, maybe older, need to be really honest with themselves and be like...
I think that's the hardest factor.
Oh, it's so hard. It really is. Like I said before...
It took me 6 months
to
figure it out.
Yeah. I can relate to that, too. Because this guy, he cheated on me, like, before. And I didn't know. Anyways... Your gut knows, too.
It does.
That's the thing. I knew it wasn't right. And
something was wrong.
I didn't want to...
Just like whatever that was.
And I didn't want to do anything about it. You know, but anyways, so...
Because you were comfortable. Were you comfortable? I was very comfortable.
Yeah, as terrible as the fighting was, I was comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you got to get over that. I agree.
You do.
What's your deal breaker? When you were dating.
Cheating for sure.
Aside from cheating.
Because
I think that's a lot of people's deal breakers.
A really big deal breaker is not... I have a very large and opinionated family. And if they're not willing to at least be, like, nice to them or, like, you know.
Give them the
like,
time of day.
Yeah, if they're not willing to, like, go to family parties, if they're not willing to, like, have dinner with my parents, that is a huge deal breaker for me.
Ditto.
It really is.
Family is huge. We're the same person.
This is the way we get I love it. You know, another thing is, I mean, honesty. I feel like that kind of goes along with cheating. Like, if you can't trust someone, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Donezo. I have a lot of deal breakers, but I feel like they're good ones.
One of my deal breakers, you kind of touched upon it, is when it goes along the lines of not being able to be yourself. Like, if you feel like you have to not say something or speak your mind because you're afraid of what they're going to say.
Yeah, or what...
That's a deal breaker
or
for
if
me. That's when I know it's not right.
Exactly, and that's a sign, I think, to everyone. If you feel like you can't be yourself around that person, you have to hold back. First of all, it's going to come out anyways.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you need to whip out your crazy all at once.
Just let it out a little bit. The crazy comes out a little.
Just a little bit at a time.
A little sugar on that. A little cookie right there for a second.
Keep them on their toes. But, you know, if you need to, without fear of them, judging you or fear that they're going to break up with you, I mean, it's not right then.
There's something wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand, like, not letting your full self out when you're first starting dating.
Yeah.
But, like, once you hit that, like, 2, 3, 4 months, it's time to really, like, let this person know who you are.
Yeah.
And I think it's a big plus to date on not exclusively first.
Yeah.
To get to know each other. See if it's going to work. Not call yourself boyfriend, girlfriend, like, bam.
Don't jump into it.
You know what I mean?
Like, super soon.
There's so many people, and it works for somebody. One of my best friends, she got into a relationship. She knew this person for a long time, though. Got into a relationship very quickly, and they moved in together real quick. And and another friend of mine met hers real quickly, and a year later now they're engaged.
That's so funny to me. Because
so crazy, but you and
I'm like, we've been dating for 2 years. I don't even live with my boyfriend. I'm like, what? I'm like, there's no rush, you know? I think it'll happen someday. Well, actually, we do talk about it. We have, you know, a timeline.
When it's ready. When it's right.
There's no rush for it yet.
I was in a relationship before I lived with my ex for 4 years. And that was through college, through a little bit of working in the professional world, and then it was like, hey, we got to give this a shot. Didn't work out, but I mean, you found out.
Yeah.
And you don't hate that person because of it, but, you know, you move on.
And I think part of the reason why we haven't moved in together, I'm not ready for it. I've never lived with a boyfriend before. Well, I think part of the reason why is because I was in college. You know,
a lot of it makes or breaks a relationship.
Yeah, and
that's why I think it's important for people who are getting married to live together first.
Yeah, it almost scares me. It's like, what if, like, we have such an amazing relationship right now and we move in with each other and it turns to crap? That honestly scares the crap out of me, you know?
But if it's worth it.
I know. That is true. So that's one of my own, you know, I feel like I have a really good relationship, but we work at it. It's not amazing because we don't put the work in. No matter what, like, relationships are hard and
regardless.
you have to like put the work in, but at the same time they're kind of easy. Like, it's so
it shouldn't be super. It shouldn't be a challenge and fighting all the time. Challenge is like learning to mesh your life and trying to like get an equilibrium and changing to the relationship. Those are the challenges. It shouldn't be my way of putting it is when the bad outweighs the good. That's when it's
and when you have to compromise like your own values or like your own, you know, wants and needs for someone else.
Exactly.
Then it's not worth it.
Exactly. So, is it okay to date somebody who like, say they wear the same hat or watch like
they have like the same look,
or the same haircut, same smell. A lot of people wear the same perfumes and colognes and or drives the same kind of car. Like if there's like some kind of, is it you trying to?
I don't think so. Okay, I think there's different aspects of it. I think if maybe you are maybe sort of rebounding with someone, if you're not over someone yet and you see this other person
exactly like that person,
then it might be kind of an issue. But I think to a certain extent that just means you have a type, or like, you know, as long as it's like a good type, you know, as
Yeah.
long as you're not like getting in like the same emotionally or, you know, God forbid, like physically or verbally abusive relationships over and over again, you might want to take a look at your decisions, you know. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it doesn't,
to an extent. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think if it makes you uncomfortable that someone else is reminding you of an ex so much, and I also think it's really good to date different kinds of people.
Agreed.
You know,
Because then you can narrow down what you like and what you don't like.
yeah. I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but
We say that a lot.
You should date. I know. Maybe I care too much about like what other people think. Maybe I'm trying to be politically correct, but you should date a bad boy for a little while. Not someone who's like
Seriously bad. But
yeah, who's like
jail time record.
exactly
Bad.
yeah, but maybe someone who doesn't because bad boys are kind of exciting. I'm not gonna lie.
Spontaneous.
Yeah,
fun.
you know, keep you on your toes, and you might want to, you know, how do I put this? They might hurt you a little bit, but then you learn.
This is not what I want.
You know, this is not what I want, and you never ever do that ever again.
Yep. Gotta
Yeah.
learn. I mean, you gotta make mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Do you think? I always like to look at relationships from like guys' perspectives because, like, you know, we're women, we can overanalyze.
I do it.
Like, yeah, we can
All the time.
overanalyze till we are blue in the face.
Very OCD.
So, you know, like I'll be like, oh, he did this, like especially in college.
And what does
like,
this mean? And
yeah.
why did he do it? And oh my God, he's underlying meaning, underlying
Yeah.
meaning, underlying
like,
meaning.
oh my God, this girl wrote on his Facebook wall.
RMJ.
We need to look into that.
We're gonna fight right now.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yes.
But
keep
I
going.
wonder, like, because I have heard a lot of guys, it might be a cliche, but, like, good guys never finish, like, first. They always finish last. Or, like, the good guys never get the girl. I think, maybe you're looking at the wrong
girl.
types of girls.
Mm-hmm.
And also maybe, I don't think that's true.
I don't think it's true either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nice guys out there that
There
have
are really,
people.
yeah, there are really nice guys out there. And trust me, you don't want to be with some crazy psycho girl who, you know, pulls all sorts of stunts, and you just don't need that in your life.
The show Bridezilla comes to mind.
Oh my god, I love that show. I love trashy reality TV.
So do I.
I'm so like open and honest about it.
Ditto.
Like it's like
We
it's
talked
a
about
guilty
this.
pleasure.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a guilty pleasure.
Guilty
Yeah.
pleasure.
It's a way to release. You don't want to have to think.
Exactly. At the end of the
And
day,
you certainly don't have to think when you watch these shows.
it's pure entertainment, you know. Yeah, Bridezilla's
Awesome.
it's amazing, but don't watch it like with a guy friend or like your brother or your boyfriend because they will ruin it for you.
Yeah.
I know that from experience.
Been there, done that
yeah,
too.
they just don't appreciate it as much as we do.
What's your take? Opposites or similar?
I say opposites. Well, maybe I say that because I'm in a very opposites attract relationship right now. Because Jared and we're pretty different, but
You guys are very different.
We are very different, but I think he grounds
Complement
me.
each other.
We complement each other so well. We're not so different where it's like this is never gonna work. You know what I mean? It's not so different where it's like. And honestly, I don't think I would want to date someone exactly like me. We would probably fight all the time.
True.
You know?
True. I'm super stubborn.
Yeah, I always have to be right. It's so awful to admit, but like in an argument,
I'm gonna find a way to be right.
I will argue my way around a point where I make it right, and I know it's so like
I do the same
I
thing,
know.
so I don't even.
and I know this about myself, and sometimes I just have to be like, you know what,
Take a step
you're
back.
right. You're right, you know, and in my head I'm like, but I'm right. You know, you know, you might say that to yourself, but you don't have to say it out loud. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
I think opposites keeps it interesting.
I agree.
I feel like you won't run out of things to talk about so easy.
The only problem with that for me is the goofy factor.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, opposites attract, except for I want someone just as goofy as me.
Yeah.
Because I want someone who's willing to do that silly thing with me and just go out and be goofy with me.
Yeah.
So it's hard, like maybe a blend. Someone who has hints of you, but
Yeah. but is
for the most part is different.
Yeah, different enough to because I could see someone being like super active to like do things with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would not do well with someone who's like, I'm just gonna sit on the couch, and play video games all night.
Yeah, that won't fly.
Yeah, no, you want someone who's like into their career, like motivated, independent. You know,
independent is big.
Yeah,
okay.
That is pretty big for me too.
It's hard at our age too, though.
It is.
You can have both sides.
It is hard because we want to, because this is a time where we're like establishing our careers.
Mm-hmm.
We're sort of taking the steps that are going to bring us to like the rest of our life.
Mm-hmm.
Like your 20s are so important. If I think about it too hard,
incredibly important. Oh my God, we're gonna start over.
About to say, here we go.
Now.
Overanalyzing.
Here it is.
If I think about it too hard, it freaks me out because it's like, oh my God, it's like this decision I'm making right now is gonna like affect the rest of my life. But you're really laying the foundation, I think, for the rest of your adulthood.
Agreed.
You know,
and planning for that is important and key.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that you put into your life are as much a part of that as anything.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's a really good
today.
A really good trick too to try and like say you're dating a new guy or like you're with someone, and a really good insight into the type of person they are is who their friends are. The people they surround themselves with, because the same guy I dated in college, his friends are, I mean, they were always nice to me, they were funny, but they were players and they were really chauvinistic is probably the most polite way about other women.
Yeah.
And if they were ever like that about me, it was never to my face. Like, they were more like my friends.
Yeah.
But, like, I saw the way they treated,
other
like,
girls.
the girls they hooked up with and, like, had relationships with. And I was like, oh, but, you know, the guy, I'm like, he's not like that. He was.
I love the face.
He
was.
In the end, he was. So that's a really good indicator. And that's not to say that your boyfriend or whoever this guy is, or girlfriend, whoever, is exactly like the people they're with. But it says a lot about them and the types of, you know, their values, I guess.
Agreed.
Yeah.
What about women cheaters?
I've never cheated.
Neither have I.
I'm not a cheater. I'm
a serial monogamist,
that's like,
actually.
Me too. Well, kind of. I'll be with someone, like, when I fall for someone, I fall hard. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Easy
like,
way to get your heart broken.
I know.
I think
really
I have
is.
a wall up right now for my...
Yeah, that's understandable. I did too for a long time. And even when I started dating my boyfriend now, I had a hard time letting him in at first. I really did. I'd say...
Did he call you out on it, though?
He kind of did.
Good
yeah.
man. Good
yeah.
man.
You know.
He's a keeper.
Yeah. And, you know, you do that. Like, when you've been really hurt, you test people, whether you realize it or not.
Yep.
You know, you sort of put them through the paces. It's like, all right, if
what
I
they're
push...
willing to do.
And I did that. I'm like, if I push your button like this, what are you going to do? Like, what's going to happen?
That's a good way of putting it. I like
Yeah.
that. We're so deep today.
We are.
Where did this come from? I don't know.
Yeah, so women cheaters. I would love to hear from guys about this.
Yeah. How much?
Or even women. Maybe women who have themselves cheated.
Are men
like, why?
more apt to cheat than women? Or are women just really good at it and don't get caught?
I don't know. I don't know if one is necessarily better at it or more prone to it than the others. I don't know.
And I don't know. This is tough. Because I know that I've known guys who've had their hearts ripped out because of cheating.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad.
Yeah. And I had one of my best friends in college. I don't think she's going to watch this, so I hope not. Anyways, I mean, it's not like it's anything new. She cheated on her boyfriend. She had a long-distance relationship, and he started to treat her... They were having problems. He started to treat her really badly, and they were fighting all the time, and she ended up cheating on him. And I know the reason why she did that is because she was so hurt. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe a lot of people do that, too, is that they almost act out, in a way.
I think it's how a lot of cheating starts.
Yeah. They're looking for something that they're not getting in their relationship.
We're not very fluid in this, though. We don't have experience.
No. Yeah, because I've never cheated.
Yeah, so I don't know the exact causes, but it sounds like a very popular cause for some people, actually.
Yeah.
is that there's something that's going wrong in the relationship.
Yeah. And usually the thing with cheaters is it's not, honestly, it's rarely about the person they're with. It's about themselves.
True.
It's an extremely selfish action. They're not thinking about how it's going to affect you. And even if they are, they're at that point where they don't care.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh.
They might know
scary.
In the back of their mind, they're like, okay, I know what I'm doing right now is going to hurt this person I'm with, but I'm at that point where
I don't care.
It doesn't matter. And it's extremely, it's selfish. It's an extremely selfish. It is, it's sad. But usually that's why I say when people who cheat, it's about themselves more than it is about you. So if anyone is like going through this right now, like
don't blame yourself.
Yeah, don't, as much as you're like, oh my God, what did I do? If I should have done this, or like I should have done this more, or like I should have dressed this way, or, chill.
Relax. Take a step back.
Yeah. It's usually more about them than it is about you.
Good point. Fair point.
So, yeah.
Dang. We got deep today.
I should have been a therapist.
You should have been a therapist.
No, I don't want to listen to
You got the big old chair and you got the couch over here.
I know.
Anyone want to come into Lake to Lake Girls to, have a
be
therapy session?
Psychoanalyzed, yeah, with Amanda. No, I don't want to listen to people's problems all day. I'll be totally honest.
It takes a lot to be able to do that.
It takes a certain kind of person.
Mm-hmm. Just like it takes a certain kind of person to be a police officer, a fireman.
Be a teacher.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff.
Doctor, nurse.
Yeah.
I couldn't stab anybody with a needle.
Oh my God, me either.
I don't even like it being done to me.
Yeah. 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 But
testing you right now. What was the name of our show?
Oh, what gives you the boom?
The big boom.
The
bam,
big boom.
Big bam. Big bam.
The big bam. Yeah. Gives you the big bam.
Because I could not remember. I was like, I'm going to test you.
I know. I love how, I was only half joking when I'm like, we need to remember this.
And we didn't.
Yeah.
We got it, though, between the two of us.
We do.
It's all good. All right. Well, it's 6:55. Mm-hmm. That show went by really quick, I think, this show. Thank you guys for joining us. And remember, Lake to Lake Girls Challenge, it's on, like Donkey Kong, Labor Day.
And I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to miss you guys. I'm going to be on vacation. I'll be thinking of you.
But you'll be with family.
Yeah. I'm going to be with family. I'll watch.
Okay.
So.
That's good.
Yeah.
But, yes, Lake to Lake Girls Challenge is on. Visit us on Facebook, Lake to Lake Girls. Like us. Let us know your progress. Pick out the outfit that you want to get into. The pants, the jeans. Me and Amanda both got a pair of jeans.
I should bring my jeans in. I think that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Do it.
Yeah. Put like one leg in it and be like,
Okay, this is what it really looks like right now.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And, like us on Facebook, like I said, and join us in our Lake to Lake Girls Challenge. We want to help you. We want you to help us. And we want this to be a collaborative effort.
We do. We're here for each other.
Yes. What are we here for if not for each other?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys can join me next week. Amanda's going to be on vacation, and I hope you enjoy your time off.
It's
going to be a much-needed vacation for you, my dear, and don't think about anything but having fun.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
Little convincing is needed.
Yeah. Exactly. All right.
But thank you guys for joining us once again. We will check you guys out next week. 6 to 7, Lake to Lake Girls, except Lake to Lake Girl, but it's okay. We will catch you then.
Bye, guys.